All right, we're gonna make some chicken. You guys are asking for chicken recipes. Chicken thighs, very inexpensive, very delicious. So we're gonna do Cajun chicken thighs. If you're not into Cajun, you can just use salt and pepper for the same recipe. I'm gonna use a little bit of my Cajun voodoo, sprinkle it. I'm only gonna do the tops because these are bone in, by the way, bone in. Now, I'm also gonna add some chipotle garlic seasoning. Now, Mom Cave Foods is awesome, and I love their Cajun voodoo, but it doesn't have any salt in it, and I like to get a little salt, and a little Emerald's Cajun on there. Now, with all that, whoa, amazing. Okay, so just a little bit of oil in the pan, not too much, enough to get it a good sear, because you don't want a bunch of oil left when you are making your sauce. All right, so now that these are seasoned up, I'm gonna go ahead, put them in the pan while I cut up a little fake mirepoix. It's mirepoix, but there's no celery because I don't have any celery. If you have celery, you can add it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. In fact, you don't have to add any of this stuff. But I had a little bit of an onion and a carrot in my refrigerator, just left over from something. And I'm just gonna rough chop all this. And that's it. I'm gonna hold it there for a second. Get a nice sear. And I'm not gonna put the vegetables in until I flip it. So I'm probably gonna sear this on medium to high heat, keeping a good eye on it, probably for about 2 minutes. Time to flip it. Look at that. Now, I'm going to put my vegetables in. I'm just going to kind of like mush this around with the rest of this. I've got a pan here, a little baking pan. I'm going to put my chicken thighs in. And I have some chicken stock I'm going to use here. A couple cups. Just kind of get a little heat on that. And then I'm going to pour it right over the chicken thighs. So if you'll notice, it doesn't matter how many chicken thighs you make with this recipe, you want the liquid to cover at least half of this. And easy on the salt, because when you reduce this sauce down, it's going to get saltier and saltier. So you want to kind of like lay off the salt. Don't put too much of, if you want to use the voodoo, that's perfect because there's no salt in it. So anyway, we're going to go in the oven and we're going to cook this for about an hour. But we'll check on it. And I want to flip these every 20 minutes. Okay? Let's go. All right, now it's actually been in there about an hour. So we're gonna pull the chicken thighs out. They look pretty awesome. And now I flip them back and forth like this every 20 minutes or so. So I'm gonna take the extra liquid here. I'm gonna put it in a little pan. And I'm gonna reduce that down. We'll let that reduce down for probably 4 minutes. Let's see what we have in 4 minutes. All right, guys, it's been about 4 minutes, and you can see my sauce is reducing. You don't want to reduce it down too much because it'll get too salty, depending on how much you season your chicken. So I'm going to make dinner real quick because I know Cannon's hungry. So this is an easy one, guys. I made some rice. I'm gonna put some rice down. Just a little bit of rice. And I have some green beans straight out of the can. Nothing super fancy about that. Right there, we've got the green beans. And I'm gonna grab a chicken thigh. Oh my God, these chicken thighs look amazing. Look at that, they're just falling apart. And I'm going to pour the sauce over here. Get some of those carrots and onions. Wow. Now, what kind of a mom would I be if I didn't try this before I set it in front of Cannon? Look at that. Oh. Chicken just falls apart. Oh my guys, oh my gosh, it's so good. After you guys make this, tag me in a photo because I want to see how yours looks. If you can take a picture before you eat it all, because it's so good.